Let's talk about one last kind of loop. It's not really its own, but it's a combination that you can do. And that is when you have a loop within a loop. In other words, you have what would be called a nested loop. So let's make a new list here. Okay? But each item in this list, we'll just use numbers. A little easier to type in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, just so you can see here, we have A equals square brackets, and then we have another square bracket inside. And let's just do another one. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so now you can see we have two different lists being combined within a list. There's other things you could pass through a nested loop. This is just an easy example. All right, so now let's do for L in A. So we're just going to say for list in A. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And then for IL, internal list, in L. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Print IL. So what is this going to do? This is going to loop through this outer list, and then that's what that top line does. And then this inner one here is going to say for inner list in list print IL. So if we look at that, we can see that it went through and it looped and did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can scroll up here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that list finished, and then it started off with the next list. So that's one way that you can loop through multiple data sets. That's also something you can do if you have, I use these a lot when I'm coding. I'll have really like a nested dictionary. And then within that dictionary, I'll have different elements that are saved as either keys or as the values throughout them. So I also often end up having to loop through multiple steps within a dictionary or through multiple lists to be able to process data properly. You will also see that quite a bit with text processing. Like if you open up a file, and then sometimes you have to read each line of the file, and then you may have to break up each sentence that you have on the file, or break up like a stanza of text, a stanza being something where you maybe have something at this level. Let me pop open a actual text editor. Do I have Vim on here? No, Nano. Okay, so you could have something where it's like stanza 1, 2, 3, 4, something, 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 stanza 2, something, something, something. So when you're processing large amounts of data, you often have to break things into multiple lists or combine them into one list, and then within each list you'll have maybe a list of lists or a list of dictionaries or a list of tuples. It all depends on the way that you're processing the data, but it is a very helpful thing to know that you can actually go through more than just one list at a time when you're running through a loop. So there'll be a very quick quiz on these loops, and then you can proceed on to the next section. See you soon.